Okay, here's a guide on how to place the best fobs in squad. Now at all times, separate the radio and the hab far apart, right? Now closer the hab is to the blue circle, I'll say better the fob. Now the most valuable thing of a fob is the radio. The radio will cost you 20 tickets if you lose the radio. As if you lose the hab, however, it will cost you nothing. Now 9 times out of 10, when the enemy are searching for a fob, they find the hab. Now straight away, once they find the hab and they proxy your hab, right, you'll no longer have a spawn point, right? Now this is where it's important to place down a backup rally. Always place down a backup rally for your fob. Now the reason for that is, again, if you have no spawn point of the hab because it's proxy or dug down, then you can spawn on rally, and at that point, you as a squad leader have either two options. You either push to your own radio and dig it down before the enemy find it, or you push to the hab and challenge the enemy that are at your hab. Now that is a decision that is up for the squad leader. Now two things that will compromise your fob, alright? The vehicle and the mortars. Now never ever park your logi vehicles near your radio, near your hab, or just anywhere near there, right? Because 9 times out of 10, when we're searching for fobs, right? Habs are hard to find sometimes because they have camo netting. As for the vehicles, they're not, right? The vehicles stick out much easier. So when we're walking through the woods, we find the vehicles, and before you know it, the vehicle's next to the radio, and there you have it. I have your radio. 20 tickets gone from the enemy team. And also, mortars as well. Mortars are so loud. Now the only time you should ever have a mortar on any fob is the defense fob, all right? Because at that point you can defend it. Okay, at a defense fob, people are on the defense, they're around the hab. As if this is an attacking hab, it's no good to have mortars, all right? Because they're loud, right? People know exactly your location when you're firing mortars, and you'll lead them straight to your attack fob and get your hab proxied, right? Very loud mortars are. Now placements as well, right? If you have a repair station, right, or thinking about building a repair station, it's only appropriate to place the repair station somewhat, on the side, 90 degrees off the fob. Sorry, correction, the hab, right? Or maybe, wherever you want it. Just whatever you do, do not place it on the opposite side. And the reason for that is because if the enemy are able to obtain information of the hab location and the repair station location, they can place 2 fob correction marks, and 2 fob correction marks will tell you exactly where the radio is. And if they're completely on the other side of each other, then it just shows you the radio's exact location, making the search area for the enemy team much smaller and much easier. As if the repair station was inwards and they knew about that and they did the fob correction, then the search area is much bigger. Now you always want to make sure the search area is much bigger. You always want to make sure it is hard to get to the radio, because and all that is delaying them. It's delaying the process of them getting to your radio, and in all that time, if all that delays, you're spawning at rally and you're already working on recovering the fob. So it's important that you don't give away your radio position too easily. Now, if you find yourself in a situation where the radio is with your hab, then try and barricade the radio as much as possible. Now, I use barbed wire. Barbed wire is quicker to build, it is very cheap at 15 construction, and I can place infinite amount of barbed wire too. Now, this is to slow down the process of the enemy trying to dig down your radio, buying you enough time to spawn on your rally and to recover your fob. Now, if the rally does burn out, it should be enough time for you to grab a vehicle nearby or spawn at a local fob and probably push in on foot as well, or drive there as well, depending how well you barricaded the radio. Now you can see my rally's on the southwest side, far enough and should be safe enough too. Now for maps that have a lot of foliage, I always place the radio in bushes, alright? I try and disguise it as much as possible, alright? And then I'll go close to the blue circle as much as possible, what I feel like is safe, and I place fob. Right in the bushes as well, and where do I put the radio? In the bushes, dark bush, right there. Now I can't place rally because this isn't my squad members, so if I do die, oh shit, I'm short. Double neutral. Right, good luck. I'm gonna get rid of the logi. Godspeed. Now this is a prime example of leaving a vehicle by your radio or hab and leaving radio outside of a building. That's something revving, left side. What is that, left side? Oh, is that radio? That is radio. You see radio? Shoot the radio. Save the AP. Shoot the radio. The radio. Left side. You see it? Now this is a heli's POV of what we can see. Now straight away, we see the hab inside of that middle compound right there. Very unique shape, square, and right in the open. Now, whoever placed that hab, if they placed that hab inside of the buildings, all around them, you can see clearly there's quite a lot of buildings they could fit a hab in. If they placed that inside a building, then we wouldn't know where the hab is, So it's very important that you place your habs inside of buildings when you can, and if not, try place it under trees, thick foliage of trees, to cover the view from up top.
I see it. That's crazy.
But if you want to use that friendly lodger right there, you can just
Yeah.
Alright, search for the radio. Forget about the hab, alright? You'll most likely die. You're all by yourself.
Yeah.
Now bam, straight away, just like that. I found the hab, I placed the fob creation mark, just like I said what the enemy would do. Right now I'm in reference of if I'm the enemy. And I'm going to begin the search. Now I already have one person. I end up having to bring half of my team because it took forever to find this radio. And it took me exactly 6 minutes. And I'm not even joking, I had at least 5 other guys with me I had to bring later on. And it took me 6 minutes to find the radio, right, after searching all over. And it was on the rim of the circle, what we then later found.
Radio.
Say what?
The radio on my position, exactly.
Now my team started to dig down the radio. Have we faced any contacts? No, because they did not place a backup rally. If they placed a backup rally, they could have spawned within at least 30 seconds or maybe 60 seconds or whatever, the timer is on the rally at that time. And they could have pushed me off that radio and killed my full squad and recovered their fob. But no, that wasn't the case. They didn't have rally, they didn't have no means of backup. We managed to dig down the radio, bleed it out completely, taking away 20 tickets from the enemy team and taking away their attack fob. Now there's no such thing as a perfect fob. There isn't. Whether you like it or not, the enemy team are gonna find your fob. If they're given enough time, they will find your fob. Now looking at this video, we highlighted some parts, how they find your hab, and the process of how they find your radio. And knowing that information as a squad leader will help you make better decisions on how to disguise your hab much better from the helicopters above, and how to hide your radio much better in the bushes below. And whatever plan you do think of, all you want to do is lessen the likelihood of them finding your hab. Because at the end of the day, they will find it if they're given enough time. So you want to lower that possibility as much as possible by separating the hab and radio, by putting the hab in thick bushes and foliage, or by placing it in a building. Just do anything to lessen the possibility of them finding it, right? Don't make it easy. Make it hard for them. Make it complicated to buy you enough time to spawn on the fob and do your objective, or to buy you enough time to spawn on your rally and get your own radio.